Hey guys, so today I am going to show you guys how to make your own clip-on curly extensions. Now, I've been looking around YouTube for a while for this and I couldn't find a good tutorial, so I thought I would show you it. So in order to get this done, you're going to first need some curly clip-on extensions. Now the brand I'm using is Limelight Extensions, and I'm going to make sure to put a link below to my review on this brand. You're also going to want some thread and a needle, and I'm not too worried about the thread I'm using because this isn't a sew-in, so it's not going to ruin the hair. So taking 1 inch from the bottom of my hair, I'm going to part this from the top of my hair, so that way I can know where to actually start measuring where I'm going to be needing these extensions. So just like you would be placing your straight extensions is the same way you would do for the curly extensions. So taking the hair from the pack, you're going to start out by measuring your hair. Now make sure there's a little hair left over on either side of your own natural hair, so that way when you pull your hair up into a ponytail, people will not see the clip-on extensions. So once you have the desired length, you're going to cut it and then place it down and make sure to measure another length just the same. So you're going to have 2 pieces of hair on top of one another. Now that I've realized the length that I want, I'm also going to be cutting that one as well. You can see clearly I've placed 2 of them on top of one another. So that way it'll thicken the tracks and make my hair look more realistic. Now taking your clip, you're going to want to make sure that the comb is sticking outwards. That way you will be sewing it correctly onto the track, and then when you want to put it onto your hair, it will come easily instead of being the opposite way and you're going to have to start all over again. So make sure the comb is facing towards you when you are sewing down the track. So taking your track, you're going to place your comb down. And I know there are a lot of holes on the comb, but we're not going to be worried about any other holes but the top 2 holes. These holes are going to help to hold your track together. So only worry about these 2. Now taking your thread, you're going to want to make sure that you have about 1 foot of this thread, and then you're going to double it. So you're just going to connect the ends together. Don't tie them yet, but you can see that it's only 6 inches that you have. After you've done this, you're going to place a needle through one side of that thread and then connect them together again and tie a knot. That way that 6 inches is on the thread and it's connected to the needle, and it's less chance of your clip coming undone. Now you're going to want to make sure that your 2 tracks are lined up at either end, and then you can place the needle right through along with the clip on top of it. I'm going to keep doing this for about 3 to 4 more times. However, you can do this as many times as you want. It really doesn't matter. The more you do it, the more tighter it's going to be. So you want to make sure that your thread and your clip is completely secure. Once I finish doing that, I'm actually going to take my needle and I'm going to place it in the middle of where my clip is. Now this is going to help to make sure that my hair is not coming up from the back between the 2 other sides of the clip. It's going to keep that middle part snug. Then I'm going to take my needle and place it in the hole on the other side. I'm going to repeat the same process of going over it 3 to 4 times and just making sure that it's really snug each time I'm going through it just by pulling at the thread. Once you've done that, just cut the needle off of the thread and make sure to tie 1 or 2 small little holes. And this is how your clip should look after you finish sewing on one of the clips to your hair. Now since this hair is longer, I would also make sure to put a clip in the middle as well as the other end. And this is how it would look with all 3 clips on there. This process is really easy and so simple, but if you guys are confused at where you should measure your head and where you should be placing your clip-on extensions, I'm going to make sure to also put a link below to my how to put in your clip-in hair extensions. That way you guys will know exactly where to measure and where to put your clip-in extensions. So these are all the curly clip-on extensions that I made for my head. And it's so easy to wear, especially if you're transitioning or have naturally curly hair. This just blends in so good with your own hair, and it helps to make sure that you don't use heat as much by just letting your hair go natural. So let me know if you guys have any questions or would like for me to do a video on how I actually placed in my curly clip-on extensions. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!